Hello and welcome to the Blackout podcast where I get to talk to amazing people that do amazing things. And today I have April Baird.
Yes.
Sweet. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. So, how long have you been drawing? Let's just start with drawing.
With drawing.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
Which is pretty cliche answer for most artists. But yeah, basically when I was like probably 6, 7, 8, like I started being like, I want to draw instead of just coloring.
Oh, yeah. I sucked. I could never color in the lines. I don't know people that do that. And like a friend of mine was like, just start with the lines first and then you do. But like, I guess I was always scatterbrained. And do you remember like some of the first things you enjoyed drawing?
One of the very first things I drew was like Garfield.
Oh, the cat.
Yeah, Garfield the comics. And so like Garfield, Odie, John, and then I'd start making my own comics with them.
Oh, with them?
Yeah, with them.
Like at what age were you doing this?
I don't remember.
Fair
Probably
enough.
like 10 or so.
Holy smokes.
And then my parents were like, April, did you trace this? I'm like, no, I drew it. Well, let's show us. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
So I Garfield and Archie comics and Sailor Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I would probably be like 10, 12, that range.
And then at what time did you kind of, like, is it what you wanted to do growing up? Like,
When I found some old projects, it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And it was like teacher, country music star. But it was like,
do you sing?
no, I thought I could sing, but nobody wants to hear that. Maybe if we had a few beers. But yeah, it was like grade 6. I had a teacher who was a local artist and she was like, hey, you can draw. So she lent me books and stuff. And then it was like, I want to be an artist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find it's always nice to have such a person in your life. Kind of they see something you're great
Yeah.
at. Okay, but like, how about teaching? Do you do any type of teaching now?
No.
Like, so you wouldn't do like a kind of course to make anything you do?
Not really. Like I've had some people are like, hey, do you want to like do like a presentation like at Halcon or Equinox or something? And I'm like, I don't want to teach people.
Why not?
I just kind of wing it.
But like,
I have no process.
I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, you know what? Thank you for saying that. 80% of people that you ask and they're like, I do this. At the end of the day, I think everyone just wings it.
Yeah.
I think so, right? So saying that is like super honest and super refreshing because like, you're like, okay, this is what I want to do. And sometimes you start out with something and it becomes something else,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But not teaching. How about just talking about your work?
Well, like I do, I have a Facebook group where I help other artists and crafters and makers. And it's like, so I basically tell them my experience and it's like, this is what I learned, how to like sell at an event or whatever. And like, if you need help with like, I don't know, drawing or whatever, I used to help people with that, but not in this group. But like years ago on the internet, it's like, hey, somebody do a red line for me, which is basically drawing over a pose and be like, you should do it this way. Like this would be a better perspective or something.
So like
I
I
guess,
draw something and then
yeah.
you draw like
Over it.
It would be kind of nice if it was like this board with a red pen or something.
Yeah, like a red line so they can see it over their drawing.
So is that like a thing? Like is like a red line like an artistic design term or is just like
maybe
a
it was
slang?
like years ago. I don't know. I don't know if people still do that. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, you don't do that
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't really do that anymore because I'm like, you can do it. You're learning.
So in this group, the Facebook group, like, did you create it or?
Yeah, so probably about what year is it? 2020?
Yeah, it's the year of Corona. So.
Yeah. I can't remember anything anymore.
Yeah.
Probably like 5 or 6 years ago, I started this group called Maritime Con Artist. And it's convention artist.
Yeah,
but it's con
yeah,
artist.
yeah.
I'm hilarious. And so I made it because when you're selling at events, you don't get to meet the other artists because you're behind your table.
Right there.
And it's like, okay, well, let's start this little group. And so that way we can talk and like give each other tips or helpful advice. And like, hey, like I'm doing this event, is good. Like, are the organizers good type thing when things were still very new. Like Helcom is in this, like I think third year by the time I started this group. And so other things were like starting to pop up and it's like, okay, let's see if this is good or not. So
were you like the guinea pig for the conventions or?
Well, I'm definitely not the first one out there doing conventions, but when I started out, I had no idea what a convention was. And because I grew up in the country, and I was like, "What is this magical thing?" and back then, like 11 years ago, it was like Googling it, but you didn't really get the sort of support like you do now, because everybody has a convention, it seems. So.
Okay, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit.
Okay.
So you draw as a kid.
And now I'm...
And then you met the teacher. I was like, yeah, you should go be an artist. Was that at a point, like, did you now decide, okay, I'm just going to get on this track that's going to get me to be a designer or?
Well, I wanted to be like a comic artist, animator type thing. So that's why I went to school for animation. So yeah, let's backtrack. I went into college for animation. And then after I graduated, I found out, like a lot of us, they were moving away from the program we studied.
What was the program?
It was Flash, and they were starting to do, I think, Toon Boom or something, and we didn't really learn that.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to learn new things. I'm like, I know how to draw better now, so there we go. And then a year later, I went into graphic design at Holland College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So... what is graphic design really? Because you know what? So like people are like, oh, you can illustrate or you can like, but to you, how would you define graphic design?
Well, like, I don't know, like your logo is graphic design. Like posters, like informational stuff, magazines, websites.
Oh, so you were in this school in PEI, I guess?
Yeah, Holland College in PEI, and I was there for 2 years.
But you didn't why did you decide to go to PEI or in the NASCAR, right?
I couldn't afford NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, I just wanted to get out of Pictou County, like most people do.
Okay, so and how was your experience at the school?
It was really good. Like the teachers were really great, and I actually am still in contact with one of the teachers because he's a comic artist.
Oh,
yeah.
Who?
Sandy Crothers.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I know.
He has his book. Do you know his the new comic he did with the two guys?
Yeah, it's like Sandstone Comics or something.
Yeah. I read the thing and I was like, this should be either a TV show or it's so good.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 different stories but in the same world. So I like things like that.
Yeah.
It's like stories are great, but when you can create a world and you can do many things. Anyway, San is great.
Yeah, he's okay. He's an old man. He's okay.
Okay, so you finish and did you start set up your I guess business right away?
Well, I started working for a sign company because when I was a teenager in high school, I worked for a sign company just doing vinyl work, just very basic, no design whatsoever. I was just weeding out the vinyl.
Yeah.
That's it. But because I had experience in sign shops, I got a summer job when I was in Holland College at another sign shop. So I got to do some design work. And that's how, when I graduated, I had a job lined up here in Halifax.
Oh, nice.
Right. But I did terrible at it because I wasn't there for 3 months.
Why?
Because, I don't know, I was still very young and didn't know better.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
like you left for another job or?
No, I was let go.
Oh!
I was not good.
Wait, what? Like what? Because you knew design, so what weren't you
It
doing?
was my worth ethics.
So
Like
you'd show up late or?
yeah, yeah. I was very young and didn't know better, and it was just shit.
So like your actual work, like the design work wasn't the issue. It
No,
was every other.
just me.
Okay.
But I learned from my mistakes. My
Yeah.
worth ethic is like so much better.
So you left out, well, you were let go.
Yeah.
And then what was next?
I started doing like my own freelance. So like I would try to do logos and business cards and stuff for people. That's basically how I first did it. And then a few years later, I started working for these guys that took over the SMU newspaper type thing. I don't know if they still do it or not. And so I did the layouts for the newspaper. I did the layouts for a magazine they had. I don't think it's still around. It was like Profile Halifax or something. So I did that for like a few issues. And then I got a job at the UPS store and did all their graphic design and print things besides shipping because, they're like the one-stop shop. So, yeah. And then I did that for like 6 years and I left to go full-time freelance.
What was the moment you knew, yeah, I'm ready to just do me now?
After years of working for UPS and dealing with shipping, I was like, I'm done. Like, I like doing the printing and everything, but the shipping side of things is very stressful.
Oh.
You get really crazy people.
What would be something super crazy that you experienced?
There was one time during the Christmas rush that somebody's package got lost, and she told me that I ruined their Christmas.
What?
Yeah.
Put everything on this one person.
Yeah. I'm like, but as soon as it leaves here, I don't deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shipping company.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh my God.
There was one time this person was so mad about something. Probably something got lost. I don't know. But anyways, I was in tears that day. And I was like, this is enough. I'm going by myself. I'm quitting. And I went full-time freelance for about a year. And then I went back into like a work atmosphere because I'm like, I'm just lazy. So anyways.
So do you do freelance now or do you do the work thing?
Well, I still do freelance on the side for graphic design. And I do have like a work, but because of COVID, they had to like lay me off. I was on CERB. That's almost done. They're gonna bring me back in.
Oh. Okay.
And but right now it's still all up in the air. I don't know what I'm doing.
and I guess so let's now get into the work itself.
Mm-hmm.
How, I know you say you wing it, but walk me through how you wing creating one of these things.
I like. There's some artists that are like, okay, when you're going into like Photoshop or a certain program, they're like, and this is the technique to use. And I'm just like, whatever. I don't know half the tools, what they do. And I just paint it and then be like, play around with the colors or whatever and be like,
does
whatever.
It start on paper or?
Yeah. So I'll sketch out ideas. Like for the Ariel and Ursula one, it was for a submission for the Dark Gallery versus exhibit. And so I was like versus, like evil versus good type thing. So I chose Ariel and Ursula because they're pretty well known for that. Mm-hmm. And so I sketched out a few ideas. I wanted to do something inspired by Art Nouveau because that's like one of my favorite styles.
What is that? I don't know.
Art Nouveau is like a part of, I think, like the late 1800s of like certain design. So like Mucha, he like did all these ads in like this art format.
Oh.
And it's very, I'm not an art history teacher, so
no,
like,
that's great.
Anyways, it was really pretty. And so yeah, it was like swirlies and just the style of it I really like.
How long did it take to make?
This was from a few years ago. So I think it took like 15 or so hours for both of like them combined.
So did you have to do each like separately and then put them together, or?
I did them as one whole piece, and then to print it, I did it as like separate, so they were like verses, I guess.
Yeah. So what did you use? Like
besides like paper and pencil, I scan it in, and then I did this all in Photoshop and Illustrator.
That is the one I don't understand anything about. Like when you open it up, it's just a blank thing, and you have to use a pen, and it's so difficult. I can't make sense of it.
Right. Well, I don't know all of it, but I know how to use it to this extent.
So you made this, and then you also make bags and. Like, let's talk about these little posts, because this is ice cream. I like them.
Yeah, so that drawing is with watercolors, like watercolor pencils. So I do play around with traditional stuff.
Holy smokes, okay.
Yeah.
And then you have to scan it, I guess.
Yeah, and then I scan it, and then I tweak the colors to make sure they come out correctly. And so I try to do most things locally for printing, but there are a few manufacturers that I do outsource. So I get these printed through a manufacturer, and same with like the bag, but everything else is mostly like...
The bag. So you came in with this bag, it's Putini's life.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, no, this is so pretty. How? Because like what I noticed, especially on your Instagram, everything is so colorful. Like,
I love color. Even though I'm wearing gray right now, I love colors and just playing with them, and like, I don't know.
Yeah. Why though?
I don't know. It makes me happy.
Well, that's a good enough reason. So do you have a favorite color?
Purple. Purple and pink are definitely my top favorites.
Why?
They're just cheerful. I know yellow is usually associated with cheerful, but
like if someone says their favorite color was yellow, I'd be weirded out.
But it's a sunny, fun, happy color.
Yeah, but like a favorite color, like it's yellow.
I don't know. To each their own.
Well, yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so I want to just go through this thing because it came with a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know what to bring. So
right. Bring it all. So who is she?
That's Ariel in her daytime outfit when they're all like, kiss the girl. So I did that. That's like a recent picture I just did.
Oh.
I was like, let's just print it off and be like, here you go.
Wait. Do you like print all this yourself, or you send it to the printer?
Well, when I used to work for UPS, I would print everything there because discount and it's right there. But now I have like my own printing setup at home, and I print everything and cut it. And
that's the thing. So like, what type of printer do you use? And the paper is like special paper. I mean, it feels really good.
Well, I just got an Epson Echo Tank system. And I've been playing around with like the settings, so I just got it, and I wanted to see how well I printed. That's why I printed some things too. Oh. And I just got new paper, and it's like 100-pound, smooth, like 97% brightness.
It feels really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So wait, how long would the Echo Tank Epson thing take to print one of these images?
Like 15 seconds, 30 seconds. It's just like done.
Oh my God! I don't know why. I thought for some reason. Okay, well, I know why. Recently I was watching a documentary about the very first set of printers that prints on those things, and like that sound just etched into my head. So whenever I hear printers, that's the sound I hear. And I was like,
no, no. You can get home printers that print fairly quickly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, talk me through. What does it say? Is it like Live, love, music.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't see that. Yeah.
That's an old piece, and I'm like, I don't know, everybody likes this one, so I brought it too.
No, I like it too. I really do like it. And craft beer. Was this like for an event or you just made it?
I just did it. So I did because I really like craft beer.
Why?
Because it tastes good. And, after a while, I become really more funny. But, yeah.
But, so you just made it for you?
Yeah, and then I, put it on bags. Like, the Poutine in His Life is part of that series. I have Pizza is My True Love, and then I have a Donair one as well.
What does it say?
I forget what it's been so long.
And is this a recent one?
That's a new one. It's Daisy Mae from Animal Crossing, which I love to play.
Okay, so let's pause. So Corona happened, and the world just ran crazy for this Animal Crossing. Like,
Yes.
I don't think I know anyone that either hasn't heard of it or played it. Did you also start playing during?
I started playing it, and this is really funny and sad at the same time. I started playing Animal Crossing so much because I was laid off. I didn't have anything to do. I was like, whatever. I developed gamer's elbow or tennis elbow. I had I'm going to physiotherapy right now because of it. Yeah.
Wait, so do you play what do you play it on?
On the Switch. So
Yeah, so wait, so I found out because a friend of mine has a Switch, but he has that one that you can move around. Like you can play it handheld,
Yes.
you can put in the thing and put it on the thing.
Yeah.
So which one is that?
It's that one.
Oh.
So I play it handheld because I'm old school. And because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
And the way I was I on the couch every day for 8 hours. My elbow just started being like, what?
So I have seen someone actually play it. And I don't get it. So because it's you have a character, and then the character goes to this guy that owns money, and he's like a shyster, that guy.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, here's the money to buy the thing, and then you can buy a house, and then you can invite people, and then you have fishing, but why is it captivating?
I don't know. It was definitely a good escape from reality. So you're just I'm making my own island. At the time, I could go visit other friends online. So I have a friend in Japan, and it's hey, let's hang out on our islands.
Yeah.
We're doing it in real life.
Exactly, and you get on the plane and you go to the island or vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is from the game.
Yeah, so that's Daisy Mae. She's the one that sells you turnips, and then you make a profit off the turnips on the stock market.
Oh, there's a stock market.
Yeah,
Because
with
they call their
turnips.
money bells or something.
Yeah. So she has a few bells on the bags of bells.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Oh.
so she's rich.
I think my friend that plays it is and it's actually real time-ish.
Yeah.
I'm oh man, I think I'm going to sleep, and I'm okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so Drew.
Yeah, so that's my D&D character. I play a druid. And
So you do Animal Crossing at D&D. My friend, actually, Justin is right there.
Yeah.
He's been playing this thing since January and it hasn't finished. How does it go on forever?
Well, we just celebrated a year in the beginning of September, and we're only level 5.
How many levels do you have to...
You can go up to level 20.
What? So if it's okay to get to level 5, if we are playing maths, right? We're saying it's another... That's a long
But
time.
it's fun because it's a story. You get to play a character. And...
Yeah, but it's one person that decides everything.
Yeah.
That's so much responsibility because
he enjoys it. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does a druid do? What do they have powers or?
Well, it's magical abilities with nature and stuff. So I can communicate with the crow. That crow is my familiar in the game.
Oh.
His name is Chad.
Has a name. Great.
And he's sassy.
Oh, and that's a die.
Yeah, that's the D20. That's one of the main dices you play with.
Okay.
But yeah, it's all nature and stuff.
wait, does that mean it has 20 sides?
Yes.
How do you know which one it lands on?
Well, you just roll it like
right,
a dice.
Right, but like, if it's 20 sides, like, is it the one facing you or is
it's
the one on top?
The one on top.
Oh, it's always the one on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's land. Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
So you make all these art.
Yeah.
And you play Animal Crossing, but do you kind of do other things to relax?
I take naps.
Man, I'm learning the use of naps. That, like, you know what? When I was a kid, my grandma always made me take naps. I was like, "Fuck this, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
Anyway, so now, like in the last week, I'll just be like, okay, I'll just take an hour. I'll say I'll take an hour to nap,
Yeah.
and then it's like 4 hours later, and I'm like, that's not a nap, that's sleep.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so you take naps. What else do you do?
That's I'll draw for fun. Like right now, I'm trying to get up some new things. Oops. Try to get some new things for hopefully conventions next year. I opened up an online shop, so
what is it on? Is it like Etsy or Shopify?
Oh, it's on Square. I tried Etsy, but that wasn't really for me.
Oh, okay.
But I'm on, it's like Square and Squarespace or something. I got it through the Square I use to charge people at conventions.
Let's talk about conventions because we haven't talked about that.
Okay.
I mean, we kind of just touched it.
Yeah.
But like, when was your first one and how was that experience?
It was the first HalCon, so 2010. And it was so new to me. Like, I never been to one before, let alone sell at one. And I did a few prints. I got some buttons made from like a local button maker. And I did these little chibi drawings for people if they wanted one for like $5.
You, like live then?
Yeah.
How long would it take to make one?
The little drawings I did probably took about a half hour.
Oh, like, so pencil or?
Yeah, just pencil and pen. It was just really basic. And like that rush, I loved it. And I was like, I want to do more of these. And then HalCon just kept going. So I've sold it every year at HalCon.
Nice.
Now I'm on the committee for, like, I'm their graphic designer.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool. So wait, are you behind the the flyer and stuff and posters?
Yeah. So I worked with the main designer and he left. So now I'm like one of the main, and then there's 2 other people that work with me too.
Oh,
And
okay.
so it's like team effort, but like there's definitely base designs that's already done. So now I just go in and like edit. Yeah.
Add on it.
Yeah.
Huh. And I mean, because you're on the committee, I'm guessing, is that your favorite convention or do you have a?
Yeah, it's definitely like one of my favorites to do. I also sell at Geekwinox or Spring Geekwinox. And that's a lot of fun because it's small and it's more like tight knit. Like people are there to just be nerds and dorks and whatnot, and they want to buy stuff. So that's a great community. And there's a few others like throughout the province and the Maritimes. Let's see what else. Like Cape Breton and Cape Breton. That's a fun one. I was on their committee too as a graphic designer.
Okay.
And that's a lot of fun because it's smaller, but Cape Breton is like, everybody knows everyone and they all want to help one another. So that's
nice.
fun. And there's a few in New Brunswick that I've done. And now there's one in PEI, which I was hoping to do this year, but thanks Corona.
Yeah, is it I think I also bought, I was going to get tickets for it. IEX something is that
that's the island one, yeah.
Yeah Expo something,
yeah, Island Expo.
Yeah I wanted to go, but that didn't happen. So like, I mean, I guess all cons this year gone. How do you feel about that?
Well, at first, so at the beginning of the year, my plan was to scale things back so I could focus like on some graphic design and like myself and not be stressed out. And then in March, it just kind of all went to shit. And I was like, oh, well, okay, thanks, world. I guess I'm taking a break.
Yeah. And, well, and then Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I was like, all right, because I was obsessed with Pokemon and played that.
Is that the Go or just?
No, like the video games,
Yeah,
like for Nintendo. And then Animal Crossing happened.
Do you still play?
Not as much.
Oh, okay.
Because, I want to get my arm back in gear.
It's weird that you do like the design and you never had that, but now the Animal Crossing
They think it was the way I was playing it.
Oh.
Because I was just like all hunched up in the couch like this, basically playing like this and not supporting my elbow like an adult should be. It's like I keep forgetting like how old I am. My body is like, you're 80 years old. So
what are you working on now?
Right now I want to do some more of the dice because I want to do one for each of my teammates. And
they must really like you.
Yeah, I hope so. And I'm trying to do like more things for like the community, like the pronouns.
Oh yeah,
the
one.
pronoun buttons and stuff, and just something a little bit different than what I normally do. So instead
and
of
your
like
store, what's your store's link?
It's like AprilMDesigns.square site or something. It's all on my Instagram.
Yeah, what's your Instagram?
April M Designs.
Sweet.
Everything is April M Designs.
M is your middle name? Or?
Yeah, M is Michelle.
Oh.
Not May. Everybody assumes my middle name is May because it's an M.
Yeah.
No.
It's Michelle. Oh, man. It's so fun to talk to. Thank you for the button.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll definitely wear it. And thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And I can't wait to see what new things you create. I love your Instagram. It's so colorful.
Thank you.
Like, it's so bright and happy.
That's how I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.